This is an important piece of El Paso that we like to show off to visitors who come to our offices just off of Capitol Hill. It's a picture of Castner Range, which is 7,000 acres of unspoiled Chihuahuan desert wilderness in northeast El Paso. Humans have lived and traveled through Castner Range for at least 10,000 years, and many of them have left records of their impressions on the rocks that are scattered throughout Castner Range, as well as evidence of how they used the land and the animals there to subsist, to survive, and ultimately to thrive. This is where human beings lived before there was a US-Mexico border, and where they recorded their first impressions of the place that we now call El Paso. And thanks to some amazing people in El Paso who have for decades been fighting to preserve Castner Range, we were able to get a provision in this year's National Defense Authorization Act that will preserve Castner Range in its natural state and preclude the Department of Defense, which owns Castner Range, from building any structure or allowing anything to be built through Castner Range right now. This is an important step forward as we try to ensure that Castner Range is preserved in perpetuity so that generations to come can enjoy it just the way that we enjoy it in El Paso today.
Welcome back. More than 7,000 acres of land near the Franklin Mountains will be protected after President Trump signed a provision set forth by Congressman Beto to protect Castner Range. It prevents any commercial and residential development in the area. Castner Range is more than 7,000 acres of Army property located in the northeast area of the Franklin Mountains. The land was used for artillery and ammunition training between 1939 and 1966. According to the Texas Historical Commission, a total of 41 prehistoric and historic archaeological sites have been found on or adjacent to the range. In 2015, Congressman Beto O'Rourke announced that he would be supporting a grassroots effort with the goal of obtaining a national monument status for the range. And although that didn't happen, conservationists say this is one step closer in the right direction. Just a bit of information: artifacts found on the Castner Range have dated back to 6000 BC. Lots of history in those parts.